Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Legends video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at the Captain Ginyu original series event that you need to complete to get the Captain Ginyu, who's very helpful in hyperdimensional co-op right now. So this is the Dreaded Ginyu Force. It is a from the original series event, and basically the premise is very simple. You have to complete all of the stages throughout the normal, hard, and scream difficulty events, and you will be able to get your hands on not one but two pretty useful free-to-play units. Now it will be Krillin and it will be Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu looks pretty cool. He's obviously also very useful in hyperdimensional co-op right now, and so that's kind of why this video spawned. I haven't covered the original series events, but they are very useful for new players. They'll give you a pretty helpful team overall, so you can definitely invest in that if you want to. Not only that, but they also have Zenkai power, which you can utilize to Zenkai awaken these units. There's also some useful equipment for these units, and for some other units if you're looking for some easier equipment to farm. Generally speaking, it's something very specific to the units in this event, but overall it is still somewhat helpful if you are looking for some alternative equipment that you can utilize on your characters. So plenty of equipment in this event, plenty of rewards, not to mention you can get quite a lot of chrono crystals and other rewards from the missions tab and the missions for this event. So there are 3 levels of difficulty. There's normal, hard, and scream. On the normal difficulty, you are basically just working to unlock the hard difficulty. On hard, you are able to unlock the daily Zenkai Awakening Power challenge stage for Krillin, and you will also be able to unlock the Awakening Power stage for Ginyu on Scream. Now, completing the challenges on Scream and on hard will also unlock missions that will give you Z power and awakening Z power for both units. So I highly suggest that when you are taking on the stages, you focus and make sure that you complete the challenges for every single stage. Now, the daily bonus battle for the awakening power or Zenkai awakening power, you can only do once a day, but it's going to save you a lot of tickets, and you can skip it, so it's going to save you a lot of time. But essentially, yeah, if you do farm the Zenkai Awakening stage or the Zenkai Awakening Power stage, generally speaking, it's going to cost you a lot of stamina and a lot of tickets. Now, in terms of missions, there are a couple missions for this event, and they do tally up to quite a large reward. As you can see here, I've already claimed all of these stone rewards, but there's 1,000 chrono crystals that are available if you complete enough missions in this event. Not to mention, there's also a whole bunch of Zenkai Awakening power that you can get, which is always helpful for the most part. So I highly suggest that you obviously take a look and give it a go, because there's a couple of chrono crystals. One of the hardest missions is Awakening or Raising Friendship. You can do that through the Let's Fight event. It's probably the best way to do it quickly. It'll take you a couple days per unit, but you can awaken their friendship or raise their friendship there. Not to mention that there is also a whole bunch of like challenge stages that you can do. There's one on hard and there's one on Z hard, and both of those will give you 50 chrono crystals as well. So there's quite a decent chunk of chrono crystals to earn from these events, especially if you haven't done them. I highly suggest that you do so. It's going to be well worth your time. It's going to save you a lot of time, and it will help you in the current hyperdimensional co-op for the Summer Sizzling Bootcamp, because Ginyu obviously has quite a few bonuses. Luckily, the date changed in the middle of recording this video. That's always a lot of good fun. So you can see sometimes my timing of recording is not always the absolute best, but hey, we move. So yes, that is pretty much everything you need to know. I don't think there's too much else that needs to be covered in terms of the events. Obviously, guys, you can't get all your Z power for the units from here, but you do get them in summons as well. which obviously does help you out quite a bit. You can also use skip tickets to get these Zenkai power, but as I suggested before, you can see here I've used 10 skip tickets and 10 energy, and I've barely gotten close to the Zenkai power that you would get from just running the daily stage. So rather run the daily stage slowly over time, rather than, investing a whole bunch of skip and energy tickets. It's just not going to be worth your time, basically. And you're going to end up in this situation where you're going to run out of stamina, you're going to run out of resources, and it was all for unit that is useful in the current hyperdimensional co-op, but beyond that, Krillin and Ginyu, they're useful in terms of like maybe taking on story, but they're really not that useful in terms of PvP or anything. So I wouldn't suggest investing too hard into this. I wouldn't suggest like making this your only or using thousands of energy or skip tickets on this event. Just don't think it's worth your time, basically. But yeah, that is pretty much it. We'll take on the challenge stage now, and then you can kind of take it from there. Now, the challenge battles are not really anything crazy. They're not like co-op or faux co-op, or they don't make you take a designated partner. So you can complete them with whatever team you want. Obviously, the unit from the actual stage that you are farming will receive quite a sizable damage boost. So I do highly suggest using them, especially to take on the stage. Not to mention that I also suggest you Zenkai Awaken the unit, as that's obviously going to help them out as well. But yeah, overall there's not like a lot of incentive beyond the Chrono Crystals. So there's only 50 Chrono Crystals, so if you want to just use a stock standard team, you can. There's no challenge that says you have to use Ginyu. So there's, it's no real issue if you obviously don't want to use Ginyu, or maybe you want to obviously do something else. But yeah, like I say, just make sure if you are using Ginyu, or if you do want to maximize the speed at which you take on the event or reduce the difficulty, you can use Ginyu. Make sure you use his team boost, and also make sure you use the Rising Rush with Ginyu. That's going to help you out the most, because any Rising Rush done by Ginyu will receive the appropriate damage bonus as well. And as you can see there, we did huge damage to Vegeta, so overall it's a pretty decent time. Now, that's pretty much everything you need to know. Like I said, the event itself is pretty chill, pretty straightforward. There's a decent amount of Chrono Crystals available in the event as well, so hopefully you are able to invest some time into completing the event, and you should have a pretty decent time in completing the event, and you gain a decent, I would say decent rewards, a couple, especially if you're doing the missions for the first time, 1,000 Chrono Crystals. You get a lot of Chrono Crystals from completing the stages. You get some Zenkai Awakening power, or Zenkai Awakening souls, I should say. So yeah, overall I would say that's definitely an event that's worth your time in terms of the raw resources, considering the resource investment isn't too high. Like I said, you don't have to Zenkai Awaken them, or even invest the Zenkai souls into them, and you get enough Zenkai Awakening power from the rest. But that's going to be it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, or leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. So until then, take care, stay safe, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate all the support. But I'll see you guys in the next one. So bye.